Mr. President, thank you for the opportunity to be here today, and I think you'll agree that across all of America and around the world, in boardrooms and cabinet rooms and kitchen tables, people are fixated on what's necessary to address the economic emergency. There's a gathering global consensus that bold and aggressive steps are needed of both business and government working together to address what's required to move the worldwide economy. It's an imperative that business and government come together. We help the president get the package through, and we get to work. And we have a lot of work ahead of us. So thanks.
And I'd say the message has to be that the situation is dire. Economically, clearly the situation is dire. With some small exceptions, you can always find a company not touched by it. No company is immune. Everybody's being touched by this. It's tough for everybody right now. There are a few exceptions. Even if you feel you're going to do fine weathering the downturn, you have to think about your customers and your suppliers. Everybody's being affected. The demand just isn't there, and there's incredible fear. We're very supportive of the Reinvestment Act. Our message would be, it needs to get done fast. We have to get this thing done quickly and get it down there, get it out there. A lot of people have said it, and I think it's absolutely right. We can't let the perfect be the enemy of the good. And I'd have to say, thank God you are not a timid meal.
A few moments ago, I met with some of the leading business executives in the country. And it was a sober meeting, because these companies and the workers they employ are going through times more trying than any that we've seen in a long, long while. And yet, even as we discussed the seriousness of this challenge, we left our meeting confident that we can turn our economy around. The businesses that are shedding jobs to stay afloat, they can't afford inaction or delay. The workers who are returning home to tell their husbands and wives and children that they no longer have a job. And all those who live in fear that their job will be next on the cutting blocks, they need help now. This recovery plan will include unprecedented measures that will allow the American people to hold my administration accountable. Instead of just throwing money at our problems, we'll try something new in Washington. We will invest in what works. Instead of politicians doling out money behind a veil of secrecy, decisions about where we invest will be made public on the internet and will be informed by independent experts whenever possible. And we will launch a sweeping effort to root out waste, inefficiency, and unnecessary spending in our government. And every American will be able to see how and where we spend taxpayer dollars by going to a new website called recovery.gov.